Hi, welcome to BizRoanoke, and we are focusing this month on the Hotel Roanoke and Conference Center. And today we have with us Gary Walton. Gary is the General Manager of the Hotel Roanoke and Conference Center, and we appreciate you being with us today, Gary. Thank you.
That's a pleasure. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, so we understand that after 21 years as General Manager, you're going to be retiring in July. And we certainly appreciate all of your great service to Roanoke and the Hotel Roanoke. Talk to us a little bit about some of the notable folks that have stayed here during your 21 years in service. Yeah.
Well, it's been an incredible journey, and I'm certainly going to miss it. But it's been a great experience, and we're looking forward to the future. I'm sure it has a long, healthy future in front of it. But it's funny when you mention notable guests. We certainly have had those. Our culture, though, is really that every guest is a notable guest, and we really try to make each and every person stay just a wonderful experience. But we recognize too, there are people that categorize people as certain dignitaries or VIPs and stuff, and so you have different categories of people over the year, from politicians to entertainers, whatever. And we've had, I think it's been since 1938 that every Virginia governor has stayed here in the hotel. We've had 6 U.S. presidents stay, including I think Nixon and Carter and Eisenhower and Reagan, and so certainly a fair number of politicians have been here. On the entertainment side, you know, with the Civic Center being so close, a lot of the traveling acts that go through the Civic Center, the artists will stay here. We've had Jerry Seinfeld, we've had Carrie Underwood, and others who come and perform in the city and stuff. So. And you know, even this week, we're hosting the West Virginia pageant, and certainly that gives the hotel a lot of exposure around the community. And we've had 3 of the Miss Virginias gone on to become Miss Americas, and they've all stayed here. You know, so, and of course, on the sports side, you know, we're home to the Virginia Tech Hokies, so they spend the night before their home games. They spend it with us here in the hotel.
How about, is there one memorable occasion that sticks out in your 21 years of being here?
Oh, there's so many, because again, our staff is really tied to really try to promote and make sure every guest experience is great. We have some awesome stories of service that our employees have done. One of my favorite ones is this goes back a few years, because back when people still used hard airline tickets, a guest had somehow his airline tickets got put in his trash in the guest room, and the trash got removed from the room and then ultimately put into our dumpsters here. But we had a teammate actually climb into the dumpsters and dig through all that to recover this guest's airline ticket so he could make his flight. And but there's so many situations like that that have happened over the years. But if I had to really pick a couple that were just really notable for us, is the Hilton brand, which was DoubleTree brand at the time, right. Awarded the hotel on 4 occasions with the highest honor that you can get from the brand, and it was called the Connie Award. And it's only given to those hotels, one hotel a year, and we happen, since we've been part of the Hilton organization for about 11 years, to win that 4 times. We're the only full-service hotel in the brand to do it 4 times. And what's unique about that is that it's not based upon any financial performance. Doesn't matter what, you know, that you have the highest occupancy or average daily rate. It's all about what your customers say to you about their experience and their service. And so those are occasions that just really proud of our team for what they're able to accomplish in that.
So it's important to fill out those surveys once you stay in a hotel.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
Make sure you complete those. Yeah. And under your guidance and leadership, I know you have a fantastic team here. They do great work.
I'm very fortunate.
So you talked about the hotel being a Hilton brand, and you all were a DoubleTree for 11 years, and you've recently become a Curio hotel. Can you talk to us a little bit about that brand?
Yeah, it's Curio is about a year and a half, 2 years old. It's one of Hilton's newer brands. So we stayed in the family of Hilton family of brands, but we shifted from DoubleTree to Curio. And the reason Curio is a brand that's really targeted at attracting independent hotels into the Hilton system. It's not really about converting a Hilton branded property to a Curio or a DoubleTree to a Curio. We just happen to fit that. But it's really about going after those independent hotels that can keep their independence and celebrate who they are and all the wonderful attributes that they have as an independent property. But it allows them then to be part of a big system that they can take advantage of national sales, a robust reservation system, the Hilton Honors reward system and stuff. So you can have all those benefits, but still maintain your identity as an independent hotel. So the Hotel Roanoke Conference Center, Hotel Roanoke's been around since 1882, really kind of fit that mold as being a historic, independent property. And so it really works well to be part of Curio. And so we can celebrate our independence, really have our guests experience what this historic hotel is all about, but we still are able to take advantage of all the sales and all the systems and stuff that come from the Hilton company.
Well, congratulations to you. One other quick thing, if individuals want to learn more about the Hotel Roanoke, can you give us your website address, please?
Absolutely. It's real simple. It's just hotelroanoke.com. And there's, you can go on there, find out all kinds of information, make reservations on the website.
Very good. Thank you so much for being with us, Gary.
Absolutely.
And congratulations once more to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll miss you. And we'll be right back. Welcome back. We are with Ray Smoot. Ray is the former CEO of the Virginia Tech Foundation. Hi, Ray.
Good morning, Lisa.
Thank you for driving from Blacksburg on this rainy morning and being with us today. We want to talk about the closing of the Hotel Roanoke. It closed November 30th, 1989, and there was a campaign that was initiated, Renew Roanoke, to raise funds to restore the hotel and to get it up and running again. So we'd love to hear a little bit about that, about the closure of the hotel and the Renew Roanoke campaign.
Sure, the Hotel Roanoke has been a symbol or icon of Roanoke for over 130 years. And when Norfolk and Western Railroad made a decision to close the hotel back in the late 1980s, this was a terrible blow to the perception of the community. The loss of such a conspicuous symbol to the community. And the city of Roanoke, under the leadership of Mayor Taylor, Bob Herbert, who was city manager at that time, worked with Virginia Tech to explore the possibility of turning the Hotel Roanoke into a university-related conference center. And that plan seemed to be well supported, both within the Roanoke community and the Virginia Tech community, and work began to do that. It was determined that it would take over $40 million to make that happen, and of course that's in the value of money now 25 years ago. And after all of the funding sources were explored, we were still about $8 million short in what it was going to take to completely renovate the hotel, build the conference center, and all the other improvements. So the notion of Renew Roanoke, a fundraising campaign, was started. Tom Robertson, who was CEO of Carolian at the time, headed that. And that really, I was thinking about that really was one of the first crowdfunding initiatives I can think of, because several thousand people and businesses contributed to that.
Jumped on board.
Yeah. And it was successful. It raised almost $8 million, and that would enable the project to go forward.
And why was this project so important to the region?
I think it was important because the loss of Hotel Roanoke was perceived by so many people as a very negative reflection on this community. Virginia Tech and Roanoke were beginning to do more things together. This was perceived as an opportunity for Virginia Tech to get more involved in the city, and indeed that is what has happened. And it was also an opportunity. Virginia Tech needed a first-class conference center. It did not have one in Blacksburg. So the city's willingness to invest in the conference center encouraged Virginia Tech to invest in the hotel.
Talk to us a little bit about the hotel, the ownership of the hotel and the conference center, and how all that came together.
The city of Roanoke created a commission, a public commission, to own the conference center. The city put up the $14 million in debt necessary to build the conference center. Virginia Tech became a member of that commission and agreed to contribute half of any operating support necessary to keep the conference center going. That relationship continues to this day and has gone very well.
Well, thank you for sharing that history with us, because it was an important time. I remember it so well, and worked on the campaign. If individuals want to learn more about the Virginia Tech Foundation, which I know manages your real estate assets and also your endowments, how can they learn more about the foundation? The
Virginia Tech Foundation has a website. Go to the web, type in Virginia Tech Foundation. The website will come up, and it presents in some detail the various activities of the foundation. It supports a number of things at Virginia Tech and through the region. And there's lots going on, and we appreciate what you are doing and everything that Virginia Tech's doing in the Roanoke region. This has been a wonderful project for Virginia Tech, for the community as well, but for Virginia Tech, and we're just so happy to be a part of Roanoke in this way. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Ray. Thank you. And we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're with Debbie Moses. Debbie is the Executive Director of the Hotel Roanoke and Conference Center Commission. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Lisa.
Thanks for being with us today.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure.
And we're happy to be here in the Hotel Roanoke, of course.
Welcome.
Talk to us a little bit about the role that the city plays with the Hotel Roanoke and Conference Center.
I'll be happy to. The city and Virginia Tech really worked hand in hand starting in the late 80s to determine how we would bring this property back to life. And one of the findings early on was that a state-of-the-art conference center that would provide meeting space would be a necessity. So the city stepped up and agreed to sell bonds in order to build the structure we're in today.
Right.
And the bonds were sold in the amount of $13 million, and that is how we were able to build this structure.
And talk to us a little bit about the Hotel Roanoke and Conference Center Commission. What is that comprised of?
I'd be happy to. The commission is a public entity, and it is a state entity that the state created in 1991. And our top priorities were to build the conference center, operate it, and maintain it. So we do that today, and we continue to meet. We're an active board, and the board consists of 3 members from Virginia Tech and 3 members from the city of Roanoke.
Okay, great. There were a lot of changes in the infrastructure of this area in downtown with the creation of the conference center. Talk to us a little bit about those changes.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Well, part of the puzzle of bringing this back to life, there were more levers that had to be pulled. And one of the first ones, which will be probably familiar to your viewers, is the creation of the Market Square Walkway, which is directly in front of the main entrance to the hotel.
Okay.
And it will carry pedestrians from across the railroad tracks into the heart of downtown.
Okay.
So obviously a connector where people could enjoy downtown quickly and easily. The second big piece was the realignment of Wells Avenue. And for your viewers, that is the avenue to the north of the Hotel Roanoke and Conference Center. It was a small road before we started, and we created it into a boulevard, which were dual lanes, because the traffic that we were asking to put on the original street was just not going to be adequate. So this created a boulevard and a main sense of arrival at the conference center. Both of these were done through a partnership with VDOT.
Okay.
And the total funding to get both of those accomplished was almost $13 million. In addition, the city spent very detailed interest in creating new period lighting. We did new streetscapes, new bus shelters, things like that, so that this block really came alive and had a sense of itself, a sense of presence, but also made it accessible, both from a pedestrian and a driver perspective.
We've talked about the infrastructure, the changes, and to accommodate the traffic. So let's talk about the conference traffic.
Absolutely.
So how many conferences do you all host at the hotel annually? And how many people visit Roanoke as a result?
Right. Well, let me tell you, to date, we've had about 450 conferences this year.
Wow.
We've driven
Just
about,
this year?
This year. And we've driven about 65,000 room nights on property, but that doesn't count on properties that also host part of the group that's here. If you look over the 20-year spectrum, we have welcomed over 3 million conferees and 2 million room nights here.
It's quite a number.
Isn't it? It's fantastic. It really is. Yeah.
Now we have the new Hampton Inn and Suites that will be opening soon on the historic city market.
Right.
And how will that enhance your conference business?
We're really excited about the advent of the additional rooms. The guest rooms of the new Hampton Inn Suites, it's about 127 keys. So what that means is we can look at larger conferences to come that would be in the downtown area, and that puts us in a little larger tier as far as who we can market to. And so we're excited. We're really excited. We can't wait for it to open, and we're looking forward to growing that pie.
Yeah, it'll be a great asset for us, I think.
Yes, exactly.
So if anyone wants to find out more about the Hotel Conference Center, the rooms that you have available for conferences, for events, how can they learn more?
Absolutely. Our sales number is area code 540-853-8203.
Okay.
And our main number, 989-5900, and we love hotelroanoke.com.
Very good.
So I hope folks will seek us out. We're here to serve.
Thank you so much for your time today and for all of this good information.
Well, thank you for covering this. We really appreciate
We're
it.
excited about it. And we'll be right back. If you have any questions about BizRoanoke, please give me a call, Lisa Soltis. My telephone number is 540-853-1694, or you may reach me at lisa.soltis@roanokeva.gov. Thank you.